Hi guys, this is Kevin. I'm back at you again with another of our how-to RV upgrade videos. Today we are going to replace our standard vent in the bathroom, vent fan, with like an RV max airflow vent. This will actually be able to pull air and circulate air throughout your RV. See, a lot of people have gone with the Max Airflow. I didn't go with that name brand, but I did go with a similar one. So come on with us as we do this how-to on how to replace your vent in your RV. Hey, I found this power vent off of Amazon. Very similar to the Max Airflow vent. It actually has a brushless motor. It'll do both manual and electric. This one has a rain sensor, so if you have it up and you got it going, it begins to rain, it'll automatically close and shut. It also comes with the remote control, so I'm pretty excited about putting this in. I'll put the link in the description down below where you can order this off of Amazon. We went with this particular model because the price point had a pretty good price point on Amazon, and so it looked very similar. It also had good reviews from what I saw, so that's the reason why I chose this brand or this model. There's the remote control and all the hardware and all the settings. So you can manually open it. It has a manual dial here. Also has automatic buttons and automatic control. So it says that the ring needs to be 360 millimeters. Well, 360 millimeters is just over 14 inches. 360 by 360 millimeter, which is just over 14 inches. 14.1. Almost 14.2 inches in diameter. It should be pretty standard where the existing one is, where this should just kind of go in place. First thing you need to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to remove the screws and the trim ring and start taking apart and taking this assembly and this fan out. So just remove the 4 screws, securing this ring. You need to go ahead and disconnect the 12 volt. We have to scrape and take out all this Dicor sealant that goes around this existing one, so we can remove all the screws. There are screws that go in that go all around, so we're going to remove all the Dicor. You want to make sure you use caution that when you take this out that you don't cut into your rubber membrane roof. So use caution whenever removing all the Dicor around here. All right, and continue to peel the Dicor. Just like I said, use caution because you want to get as much of it off. It doesn't have to be perfect, just as long as we have a good sealing surface for the new one that goes down. So it almost as if like a real sticky chewing gum is what the sealant's like. Now that you have all the sealant off, go ahead and start removing all the screws. Now once you have all the screws out, now comes the fun part. You got to separate this from the roof. Use caution not to tear your rubber roof. They design these things only to go on one way from the factory, so. All right, there, got the old one out. You want to get most of the Dicor off, the sealant. It's okay to leave this double-sided sticky. That's fine. That can stay because that's just going to allow more of a stickier surface once you put the new one in. You're going to need to go ahead and get the roof flap sealant. So you can have Dicor. This one I ended up getting off of Amazon. I will put the link in the description down below. Put a good seal on the inside of the new one, and we will go ahead and sandwich it back down before compressing it. that you have your wires that'll be kind of so they don't get stuck. Make sure they kind of tuck down in there. And also you want to make sure that the hinges are facing towards the front of the RV, because if you had this, the point of that is, what you don't want is for it the other way, because as you're driving down the road you don't want it to flip up. So it's always faces, the hinges always face towards the front of the RV. So we're going to go ahead and put a bunch of sealant all along here on these surfaces and all around the whole thing. You can never get along with not having too much. This sealant will, when it compresses down, it'll spread out. You want to go ahead and put that Dicor to where it laps over from where the screw head, each one of the screw head, and then also where it continues to attach. You don't have to worry about making this perfect because it will self-level and it'll seal everything itself. The main thing is to make sure you get the screw heads really good, and then also right along where it attaches. Like I said, it doesn't have to be pretty, but it does have to be functional. Now the last step is go ahead and take it. Once you have everything all done, you can go ahead and pull the plastic off. Now that we have everything all on the roof, all done up and everything sealed, we'll go ahead and come on the inside and we'll connect up our wires. Once you got the wires all tucked in, you'll go ahead and put the last little trim ring that will get in place. Be ready to test. We'll go ahead and test the function of the fan. Turn the power on. As you can see, it automatically raises up. And let's go ahead and turn. So this is blowing down. It has 4 speeds. So if you want to pull air in, you can blow it that way. But most people, they'll go ahead and you can put it in the suck. So if you're sucking the as you can tell, it's actually it's not really that loud. You can hear it going, but it's not too terribly loud. But it definitely does suck a lot of the air, so you can feel the airflow really coming through. And then it automatically closes. The feature this has, which you may if you had it at a different location, it actually comes with a remote. So you can actually open, if you had it, let's say in your living room or anything of your main, you can go ahead and operate it. But you can do all the functions. You can do all the functions with the remote. Oh, it also has a nice little LED light. That's kind of neat. So it has a light with it too. It has a timer mode, so it has a timer mode. So if you want to set it on a timer to run the fan, you can actually control the timer mode, like how long for it to go, and it'll shut off automatically. You can also change with the switch. You can change the different LEDs by doing the color on the switch button. That's pretty cool. So what'd you think? Not too hard to do it. It's like a max airflow vent. So that way it's kind of a real neat upgrade that we've done here. I'll put the link in the description down below of where we got this and where we ordered off of Amazon. But if you would, please give us that thumbs up. Please, we enjoy your comments and consider subscribing to our channel. By doing that, it really helps us to continue to make these videos for you absolutely free each and every week. And so by your support, we definitely thank all you guys for all your support. Hope you enjoyed this video on how to replace your RV vent on your RV. So here's another video from KKOA. Bye.